being allowed.
Madam,
Let him say. No rule. No, parliamentary affairs minister can request. He has. No, it's okay. I have allowed him because I want to get the matter settled down. I want to run the house. For that I ask him for help. I want to run the house. And that's why he said something. Yes, Dinesh Trivedi ji. So you rule.
Madam.
I know. Nobody has assured. Only finance minister has assured. That is the only thing. Yes.
मैडम, सबसे पहले तो मैं आपका आभार व्यक्त करना चाहूँगा और मैं अपनी पार्टी का आभार व्यक्त करना चाहूँगा कि मुझे आज आपने और पार्टी ने समय दिया इस बहुत गंभीर मुद्दे पर बात करने के लिए. So, Madam, I am absolutely thankful, and I also understand. I think my party has to meet the Honorable Home Minister. That's why they are going. They are not walking out on my speak. So, Madam,
Good that you clarified that.
first of all, I must tell you that the Honorable Finance Minister, and Madam, I would also like to request you. I know I have about 15 or 20 minutes left, but since I just got, and thanks to you and the members, the award for the best parliamentarian, so can this be treated as my maiden speech as well, ma'am? On that, I would request you to give me little extra time, and I'm sure whatever I'm going to speak is going to be agreeable to most of the members out here. Madam, the Honorable Finance Minister ended his speech very aptly by quoting the Rishi and the saint Swami Vivekananda. So it will be appropriate for me to start by quoting Swami Vivekananda. And Swami Vivekananda says, anything can be sacrificed for truth, but truth cannot be sacrificed for anything. स्वामी विवेकानंद जी को एक बार किसी ने पूछा कि स्वामी जी बताइए कि सब खोने से ज़्यादा बुरा क्या होता है, तो मैडम स्वामी जी का उत्तर था कि उस उम्मीद को खोना जिसके भरोसे पर हम सब कुछ वापस पा सकते हैं. तो ये बजट भी एक उम्मीद का बजट है. तो ये उम्मीद ऐसी होनी चाहिए जो ट्रूथफुल हो, ऑनेस्ट हो, और वो उम्मीद के जरिए हम सब आगे, पूरा भारतवर्ष आगे बढ़ सके. सर, मैडम, हम कैलेंडर रखते हैं एक स्वामी चिन्मयानंद जी का जिसके हम शिष्य हैं, और स्वामी विवेकानंद. आज हर तारीख में उनका एक अलग अलग व्याख्यान होता है. तो आज के कैलेंडर में हमने जो पढ़ा स्वामी चिन्मयानंद जी का, उनका लिखन था, your words will have no effect. Your words will have no effect unless you are able to live it. और विवेकानंद जी आज कहते हैं, आज के कैलेंडर की तारीख में, so long as millions live in hunger and ignorance, I hold every person a traitor who, having been educated at their expense, pay not less heed to them. This was Swami Vivekananda. महोदय, हमारे यहाँ सत्यमेव जयते सब जगह अच्छी तरह लिखा है और हम हमेशा सत्यमेव जयते की बात करते हैं, मगर उसका पूरा श्लोक ये है कि सत्यमेव जयते नन्निक्रम, मतलब सच्चाई की हमेशा जीत होती है, फॉल्सहुड की नहीं. तो ये पूरा हमेशा हमको एक साथ बोलना चाहिए. मैडम, प्रधानमंत्री ने एक बहुत अच्छी बात कही और मैं समझता हूं कि हम सब, पूरा सदन उस पर सहमत होगा. उन्होंने कहा कि विरोध के खातिर विरोध करना कहां तक उचित है. ये बात सही है और मुझे तो समझ नहीं आता है कि इस पक्ष को यहाँ जो हम इस तरफ बैठे हैं उसको विरोधी पक्ष क्यों कहा जाता है? Madam, I'm sure everybody will agree that our objective here, when we come here, is common objective. And the objective is well-being of not only our country, but the entire world. That's why we talk about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. But madam, when we talk about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and we talk about that the world is one, then I think it is very important to take some ideas from people sitting on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side of you, madam. Obviously, the basic ideology of well-being of the country obviously is the same. तो मैडम कभी-कभी लगता है कि इतनी कड़वाहट क्यों? Why there is so much of anger, as if we don't belong to this country at times? Madam, there are good ideas on this side as well, and I'm sure you'll agree. Madam, I am reminded today, seeing whatever is happening here, which has become very common though, unfortunately. Madam, it reminds me of the Constituent Assembly debates. Can we imagine, I mean, so many people for so many hours, and I'm sure you would also be thinking that how that assembly was managed by the then Honorable Speaker, and I fully appreciate that you have one of the toughest jobs, and I also appreciate that you try your level best to make sure that everybody is heard in a peaceful environment. Madam, can we think about Sarvapalli Dr. Radhakrishnan, Rajendra Prasad, Vallabhbhai Patel, Nehru, Kriplani, Shama Prasad Mukherjee, Netaji? These were the icons. And one, Maulana Azad, very well said, these were and are our icons we get inspiration from. And in that Constituent Assembly debate, they only talked about one thing, and that they talked about spirit of India. So madam, whatever I'm going to talk about is only going to be that of spirit of India. Sir, we can have मतभेद हो सकते हैं, मगर मनभेद नहीं होने चाहिए. इतनी ज्यादा कड़वाहट क्यों? आजादी के लड़ाई में सब कोई शामिल थे, और हमारे भी जितने नेतागण हैं सबका कंट्रीब्यूशन यहाँ पर है. यदि सबका साथ और सबका विकास की बात करते हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं ये कड़वाहट जब तक कम नहीं होगी तब तक सबका साथ सबका विकास नहीं होगा. हमारे दो शहीद, और मैं ये बोलना चाहता हूँ, प्रधानमंत्री ने जो भी कहा और जो भी उनके कार्यक्रम है, आई डोंट थिंक सो कि उनकी निष्ठा पे किसी को भी संदेह हो. But at the same time, sir, we cannot forget our two martyrs, and we are very proud of it. We may have difference with late Rajiv Gandhi, but how can we forget that Rajiv Gandhi gave life for this country? So I think somewhere down the line, the criticism also, Indira Gandhi gave life for this country as well. So somewhere down the line, the criticism also has to keep that into mind, that we are talking about martyrs as well. We may differ. We differ with the emergency totally. But at the same time, this is exactly what I want to say, and I'm not giving any sermons. Madam, there are four aspects of this, sir, there are four aspects of this budget. Farmers, health, education, and infrastructure. Sir, as far as the farmers are concerned, I would just like to have a couplet. और आज का किसान कह रहा है, मैंने खाया है चिरागों से इस कदर धोखा. मैंने खाया है चिरागों से इस कदर धोखा. मैं जल रहा हूँ सालों से मगर रोशनी नहीं मिलती. मैं जल रहा हूँ सालों से मगर रोशनी नहीं मिलती. Sir, when we talk about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, and the reason I talked about that this side of the house, on your left hand side, we also have some good ideas. If you talk about GST and Notebandi, and it has lot of reflection on the downfall of the GDP. Sir, Mamata Banerjee and other leaders were in the forefront that please understand GST is not good for our economy. Notebandi, everybody is against the black money, we all are. And who can be more honest than Mamata Banerjee herself? But she said this is not going to be good for the informal sector, from the poor, for the patient. What was the reason? You did not even want to listen. You had Dr. Raghuram Rajan. He was the one who predicted the meltdown of 2008. But somehow you did not agree with him and he had to go. So all I am trying to suggest, sir, that if you want to have Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, then sir, you have to look at West Bengal. Because, and the other couplets I talk about, Swami Vivekananda and all, that if you lose the trust of the people, then everything is lost. Somewhere down the line, lot of things have been written about this budget, so I am not going to get into figures. But I must tell you, in West Bengal, we live with this slogan and we deliver with this slogan of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. If you want to see, then I would request, please come to West Bengal. And how does it matter? You can call the Honorable Chief Minister or Amit Mitra, the Finance Minister, and take ideas from them that how have you been able to do. Sir, any parameters, you compare Bengal with any parameters. Bengal today is #1 in ease of doing business. I understand this is not a Bengal budget, but I'm just trying to tell you what Bengal has done. You can replicate that in India. As the saying goes, what Bengal thinks today, the rest of the country thinks tomorrow, or the world thinks tomorrow. So when we talk about 100 days work, again we talk about Bengal. Sir, agriculture has been the focus of this budget. Again, I'll have to tell you, the average yearly family income of farmer has more than doubled in Bengal. Here we are talking about doubling in the next 5 years. But sir, I'm very proud to say, and I'm sure the House will be proud, that Bengal has already doubled the income of the farmers. It was only 91,000 in 2011, 10 to 11, but has gone up to 2,36,000 at present. So in 5 years, the farmers' income has more than doubled in Bengal. More than 69 lakh of farmer families have been provided with Kisan credit card. Sir, the state government during 17-18 have provided relief to 1,200 crore from the state coffers, So again, health is a very important issue in this budget, and I fully appreciate. But it is just on paper. It can never be delivered. So again, you have to take example of Bengal. Sir, the medicines there are free. There are free treatment diagnostic centers. Medicines are provided to each and every poor person. Sir, Bengal has already given 5 lakh. 5 lakh per person Bengal has already given. And they have provided 1,200 crore for 60 lakh people. So I wonder, when this government talks about only giving 2,000 crore budget, which is also not directly connected to this scheme, how are you going to do it? That is why, unfortunately, everybody, not only members of parliament here from different parties, but the entire community of experts talk about it's a jumla, which is not a very good idea for this great country. Sir, again, I'll talk about health scheme Sastro Shri. One of the wonderful things which Bengal has done, And I would have been very happy, at least Prime Minister would have recognized that achievement of Bengal, where the world, United Nation, sir, United Nation also, I'll be done in the next 5-7 minutes. United Nation has already recognized the great scheme of Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, which goes by the term of Kanyashri. Kanyashri not only takes, if you want to see Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, I think Kanyashri should be taken as a model for the entire country. The incentive is there, so we are preventive child marriage as well, giving 25,000 to each and every girl child, so that they do not have early marriages. So Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, if anybody has implemented, that is Bengal, and we are grateful to Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. And they have also been provided free cycles, so they can go, transportation also becomes free. Madam, the thing is, when we talk about this budget, again, digitalization, we have again got to go to Bengal. Every tax collection today is so transparent. E-governance, again, digitalization, one has to learn from Bengal, and we are grateful to Mamata Banerjee and Dr. Amit Mitra. They have plugged all the loopholes. Empowerment of women, again, we talked about. This budget has all the things, but implementation has been done very successful in Bengal. Sir, I will come directly on inflation. This budget is highly inflation oriented. And today only the monetary policy has come. And the Monetary Policy Committee yesterday left the interest rates unchanged. The RBI, sir, the RBI has warned against the fiscal slippage and delay in fiscal consolidation and concern over higher borrowing, which would lead to increase in bond yields. So global crude oil prices are expected to rise 12% this year, according to the economic survey, which will further put pressure on headline inflation. So again, when we talk about the economic survey, there is nothing common with this budget and economic survey. The budget comes out of, again, I hate to use the word, but I have to, only jumlas. Nothing else. It doesn't provide the required. So when we talk about health, what is the basic health? The basic health is primary health. If your primary health is not proper, then your secondary and tertiary becomes absolutely with more burden. So you have got to take care of water. Water is the most important. You have to take the impact of pollution. Your basic, if people come to secondary and tertiary health, who have become very unhealthy because your water requires to be much more potable. It's surprising that today, even when we go to a good place, we ask for a bottled water. So the तरक्की of Hindustan तभी हो सकती है जहां आप कोई भी नलके का पानी पी सकते हैं और वो नलका लीक नहीं होना चाहिए. नलके का कोई भी किसान कहीं भी पानी पी सकता है. Or we are talking about the climate change, and I'm sorry the budget has not taken the climate change into effect. The budget completely ignored the impact of climate change on agriculture productivity and income, which has been given due extension in economic survey. It had revealed that the extreme temperature shock in the unirrigated areas reduced yield by 7 for the Kharif and 7.6% on Rabi. It warned that climate change was expected to decrease farm income by 25% a year. So when we talk about increasing the farm income, please take this into consideration. Sir, when we not talk, nobody has talked about railways. Sir, give me another 5-7 minutes, please. Nobody has talked about railways or pollution in this country. why we only should talk about Delhi and NCR. The entire country needs lot of incentive, and understand, if you do not have pure air, if you do not have pure water to drink, our next generation, who otherwise is so intelligent, will suffer. Every day we are killing our next generation. Nothing has been mentioned on this in this budget, sir. It's a very serious effect. जहाँ तक रेलवे का सवाल है, रेलवे तो भूल ही गए, जैसे रेलवे है ही नहीं. I remember earlier we used to spend about 3 days talking about railway budget. Now railway has gone totally out of the scrutiny of this parliament. The railway has gone out of the scrutiny of the estimate committee. Sir, without a robust railway system, you cannot control inflation of food either. And it is very unfortunate that we are talking about railway as a commercial setup. Recently, Bengal had received a letter that there are 8 routes in Bengal which are running at a loss. And we would like to withdraw those routes. I think it is a very sad affair. Railway always integrates, but this kind of policy will only disintegrate. What are you going to do with Leh, Ladakh, the places where you have maybe the Naxal activity, the tribal areas? Are you going to tell them that no, it has to be profitable? Sir, last conclusion, please. I will appreciate if you do not disturb me. I'll just conclude honestly. I would, and sir, I will also mention the IRFC, which is an arm for giving money to the railways. Now that is going to be a listed company. I think it is a very, sir, I'll request you just 2 minutes. Sir, the entire world is changing. Please understand. And this is a very philosophical angle. I would just kindly give me 2 minutes. The entire world is changing. And the world is getting redesigned. And who is redesigning the world? They are Indians who are sitting in Silicon Valley. These are the Indians who require to get into India and give them some encouragement. Sir, yesterday a historical thing has happened. After Neil Armstrong and Challenger, Elon Musk has gone through a satellite which is one of the world's most powerful rocket under CyberX to Mars, and they are going to colonize the Mars. So, sir, lastly, I will say, and a very good book which talks about history of tomorrow, and which says, and I was very sorry to hear yesterday my honorable friend Farooq ji saying that Muslims are also loyal. It is taken for granted Muslims are citizens of this country. Yes. Obviously, I don't think so you need to repeat this. Sir, the new religion are unlikely, and I'm quoting from the book, and it is just one para. The new religion is unlikely to emerge from the caves of Afghanistan, Himalayas, or madrasas of Middle East. Rather, they will emerge from the research laboratories, just as socialism took over the world by promising salvation through steam and electricity. So in the coming decades, the new technological religion may conquer the world by promising salvation through algorithms, through genes, through big data. Despite all the talk of radical Islam and Christian fundamentalism, the most interesting place in the world from the religious perspective is not the Islamic State or the Bible Belt, but it is the Silicon Valley. And it is the Silicon Valley which is going to show us tomorrow's religion. And who are there in the Silicon Valley? Our friends, our Indians. Our Indians are redesigning this world, sitting in Silicon Valley. So I would like to request this government, please listen to their ideas. Please listen to their ideas, because India is the greatest country and it will remain great.
21.
That is why we have to get out of our arrogance, our ignorance. And like Kabir says, just 1 minute, जब मैं था तो हरि नहीं था, जब मैं था तब हरि नहीं था. Because if I had the arrogance, then God was not me. जब हरि था तो मैं नहीं था. तो मुझे मैं की जरूरत है. हरि तभी आएगा जब मैं नहीं रहूंगा. पत्थर पूजे हरि मिले, ये कबीर का दुआ है सर, कि पत्थर पूजे हरि मिले तो मैं पूजूं पहाड़. घर की चक्की कोई ना पूजे, जाके पीसे खाए संसार. यही है हमारा हिंदुस्तान. और आज फिर मैं इकबाल जी को याद कहूंगा कि कुछ बात है कि हस्ती मिटती नहीं हमारी. सदियों रहा है दुश्मन दौरे निशाज हमारा, सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा.
Item number 21, reports of the Committee on Papers laid on the table.